battle, you're just going to have to pay attention to the mini-map. It is a map spread for both.
And now that we're 30 seconds into the round, we realize that number 3 and number 4 aren't giving picks because Faze aren't giving up any, right? They're not trying to take any gunfights right now, trying to not give up a blood. So now our submachine guns start working into play, start figuring something out to do, and it looks like they're going to double hit back alley. Abizi's the only person here. He gets flashed, so now Abizi has the information that there's at least one here.
A little afraid, as he should be, of those shots overhead. Here come the nades
and
Abizi, though, on the flank, looking for that typical first blood of him, is the opening.
So if you're Faze, right? Or if you're Dallas, excuse me. If you're Dallas, you know that Abizi is somewhere back alley here, right? And then number 1, which is Reese Vivid, was shooting at number 8 on this tank right here. And then I don't know if number 7 has been seen yet by Krim or Illy. But if he has, then if you're Dallas, you know, okay, we know where all 4 of them are. Let's get Courtyard and Brown control. So they should really try and get this control right now. And look, they're just full sprinting at it. They know they're good. Like Shotzi checked his corners, but like didn't take a lot of time to do it. And now we see a standard A plant where number 8, or excuse me, a standard B plant where number 8 has seen the players cross the bomb. So Abizi might peek. Vivid is looking over to see if Abizi does. Number 3, I guess he's just looking at top grandmas. I'm not sure what Illy is looking at. And then number 4 is holding these players from pushing out of A. Abizi hears the bomb queue, goes peeks it, gets the bomb, or kills the bomb carrier. He plays his life, and now Celium is just wallbanging the tank, right? And now we have a 2v4, where Illy was trying to get to Shotzi's help to kill this guy on the tank, but now if Illy takes these 2 gunfights, and they know Krim is still back here, then Abizi can push him out pretty easily and get that kill. Or he slides out, and Krim's all by himself.
This should be the round to Faze. So Dallas, that was almost the perfect setup to try to get that bomb down, but Abizi just kills too quick. 2 kills to start that round, and that is a
that guy Abizi does fry.
I think we are getting pretty close to trophies coming online, but I don't know if they're quite here yet. But Faze, nice and aggressive in Dallas. They're going to meet him.
Okay, so this is a very aggressive A hit, right? And then we have number 1, which is Vivid, who likes playing the flank in the back alley, right? And then we have our 2 subs, our fast players, who love baiting and switching each other and just getting active on the map, right? And we have Illy hitting with them. Or not Illy, excuse me, Celium hitting with them. So we have all 3 of our S&D superstars on this A hit, right? And then we have RSDs holding the flank. We have 3 for Dallas, 1 back alley. I don't know why number 3 and 4 backed up so fast. When they know that it's an A hit coming. Also, I have a love-hate relationship with what Reese is doing on the map right now. Because he's holding the back alley flank, right? Like, he's just making sure, like, you know, nobody like RCDs or Abizi hits a late pinch. But in my opinion, RCDs is an AR. I mean, he's been known to pull out a submachine gun sometimes in S&D. Mainly Express is when he pulls out an SMG. If he does it all. For a solo A hit. But I feel like when you have all of this kind of a pressure being applied, and it's so early in the map to where you can't really, what's it called? Like, it's so early in the map that you don't know how exactly they want to play it yet, especially coming into a grand final where maybe they have strats saved up, right? But if you're Reese and you haven't had any contact here, and you know for a fact that you guys are getting fucking hit at A, right? I mean, you don't necessarily know for a fact that there's 3, but you know Abizi is here, all the way pushed up in this position, and you have at least number 8 who is shooting right now and Celium looking over. In my opinion, Reese could literally just hop over this wall and come and flank Courtyard and shoot him in the side. But, I mean, then again, I don't know if that's, like, totally biased because, obviously, we are spectating and we can see the mini-map. So, I don't know if they have all this information. But Abizi being pushed up here, in my opinion, would give that information. I mean, they don't know RC's is watching the flank. Maybe RC's is top red and he's watching the L wall, right? So, maybe that's why Reese isn't totally just going for it. Or maybe RC's is going top or bottom brown. But look, now that an engagement has gone through, Once again, I talk about this all the time. When engagements go down on the map, players move. All of these players are here. Celium gets a first kill, and now Arcees gives up flank, and Reese gives up flank at the same time. And they're rushing to go help their teammates. In my opinion, like I get Reese wanting to get to his teammates, but he is that pinch player on the side of the Dallas Empire, you know what I mean? Like, he is the person that makes those plays. Like, he could have easily gone courtyard, but I mean, then again, we're looking at the mini map. Like, we know where every player on the map is, and they don't. So maybe that information just was not totally. Okay, nice angle from Vivid, definitely 100%. Shotzi's dead here. I mean, Shotzi is just so by himself, and then number 7 is repositioned. And now we have a 2v1, and all we gotta do is play together, throw shoulders, try and get the bomb down, and just waste time. And now that he's one shot, this is our time to go. 7 instantly goes for the plant. 8 tries to run away towards his teammate a little bit more. He's just playing his life. And then we're just going to see a lot of shoulders and a lot of, like, little pop shots going in.
And he just doesn't have an exit. Yeah, covering everything, finessing around the map. They had him. It's just a battle of.
And that's just a 1v2 against Celium and Simp. Like, they're not going to give anything up.
To get the information, Vivid's there for the trades. 2 incredibly close rounds, but Faze come out on top of both. Selling 3 kills to his name, and well, this ever.
So once again, we see the same setup from Faze, where Abizi does actually push up in that alley. He gets the information on number 1, which is Vivid. And then Abizi backs down because he knows that he was seen crossing. He decides not to just commit and full flank because obviously Dallas have the information on him. He decides to just play his life. Good play from Abizi.
This bomb working over towards the A site, but it is just honestly too strong of a defense.
So if we're Dallas right here, right? In my opinion, Dallas need to hit something fast. So even though Abizi was seen on the flank and shots were put into him and he ran away, Abizi could have easily just sat right here where my cursor is and then hit the repinch, and then he could pinch fast. So and plus we are all grouped up from the side of Dallas Empire. Like we don't get me wrong, it's not like everybody has to give up their positioning and run at the site, but this is optimal for an A hit right now. And now that Arcees is so weak, now Arcees has shots put into him, now number 2 is going, right?
Here comes Shotzi though. Oh, great covering fire from us.
Arcees slides back to the tank. Vivid's here as well, and he's just stuck. So he's going to lay down and try and play his life. He's going to end up dropping. My opinion, Vivid didn't have to do that. He could have waited for some help from his teammates. But Krim gets the trade.
Here comes the aggression.
Now Krim and Illy are both here looking for these kills. Celium slides out. And now Simp is just going to play his life. Both Simp and Krim 6 are one shot, and number 6 is on the pinch.
Tagging live for a long period of time is the spot that Simp is playing. Stays alive the entire round, just feeding that information to his teammates. And again, we even briefly touched on it in the hard points. The man is just a facilitator on the map. He might only have 1 kill, but he has been the backbone in quite a few of these round wins. As Faze towards the middle of the map.
Okay, so we have a bit of a different setup from Faze. Number 6 watching the flank, obviously. Number 8 playing for A information, trying to hold the player out from pushing A. And then Dallas have this 4 and 3 setup where they were trying to look for team shots L wall maybe. And they're gonna play for the B bomb information. Where numbers Crim 6 and number 4 is watching the bomb cross. He's gonna go. No, he's just gonna stay watch the bomb cross with number 3.
Incredible timing. From the slight advantage now. Laser up, no trophies there. There's the tag. And there's the name.
That's a great first blood from Krim. Okay, so now that we have first blood and we are down 0-3, we have to play very safe. We should just get into a standard setup. One person watches back alley, 2 at A, and then number 3 here, or where Krim is watching the B bomb cross.
Krim, beautiful kill to open up the round. 4v3 now. Atlanta Faze on offense here. have been stunned. A nice shot from Vivid. Beautiful headshot to close that kill out.
Yeah, great
With
shots
that,
from Vivid.
Advantage Dallas.
That's a 2v4.
2v2.
And like as FaZe are playing this as good as possible for a 2v4, like they're together, they're gonna try and hit something together.
Chance. Oh my. Timing could be sweet here. Surge shots at range, Vivid.
That's a kill you'd really like to get, but Krim was there for the help. That was a great little like repositioning out of Krim to help his teammate. And now Celium's in a 1v whatever.
The Abizi versus Vivid battle on one end of the map on offense and defense. You have your Krim versus RK. I mean, they are genuinely just matching gun for gun, player to player. Similar strategies from both teams, and they're just trying to take it to each other. Empire once again, FaZe doing this standard setup where Celium or Abizi overextends back alley a little bit to see if players are hitting him out and see if he can hit a flank. He sees number 2 watching it, so he backs up. Looking for a few.
But look where he is this time. He doesn't back up to right here. So he doesn't back up to right here like he has the last 2 times he's been on defense and seen at this angle when he peeks back alley. It looks like he's going to try and play for a pinch still, even though he was just seen. Because the last 2 defenses he's done this, he backs up all the way and then he never hit the repinch. He plays in the back and plays his life, right? But I mean, it's just a simple changing up of pace, right? Like if you do something so often, it becomes predictable, right? I mean, that's quite literally the definition of predictability. So now he's going to throw in like a little bit of a different play and he's going to hit the repinch, maybe possibly.
It's just so many angles, so many long lines of sight. But all this just for information. It is the exact same defensive setup. I don't expect FaZe to really ever switch anything up.
Yeah. I wonder if Vivid's running submachine gun this round or an AR. That was really the...
So we have all of this control from Brown, right? I mean, honestly, it looks like Krim's just not going to get a pick at A because number 5 and number 7 just aren't going to give him... They just aren't going to overextend to get that kill. Yo, Brack, what's up?
Difference maker in that.
If you're FaZe, you have to go for the B bomb, plant, right? That's number 1, or you hit A, or you hit back alley. Like Dallas need to realize this is the third offense in a row to where we're at 30 seconds in and FaZe are not giving up any first blood. So Dallas are being forced to make the first play. They're being forced to either plant or overextend first, right? So Dallas just have to figure out a way to do it. In my opinion, now that if they go back and they watch VOD, the way that I think they should play teams in this setup, if you're Dallas on offense, is no bullshit. You have Krim either top red right here watching the A push through or at boxes watching the A push through. You have one of these players go for the bomb plant on B, and then you have one crouching staring at Deli, and then you have the last one standing behind the guy crouching looking at Deli. That way you get team shots in for this guy, and maybe they don't. Maybe he doesn't kill the bomb planter. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I appreciate it, Brack.
That last round against Abizi there. Oh, there we go. Vivid, yeah.
That's a great pick. I mean, tanking that tank Chow is it's a very hard head glitch, which is why I didn't just say that right away. But that's the pick they needed. I mean, that is the first blood they needed. So now that Celium dies, their whole setup is screwed. Because Celium is the only person watching like the courtyard to Deli hit. And if all 3 of these players hit into Deli, they get Abizi, or maybe Abizi gets 1 and then they get traded out. So then we have 2 Dallas Empire players in Deli, and 1 here holding them, and then FaZe are insta-pinched in A.
Abizi does manage to get Illy though. Here comes the flurry of action. Sim, wow, big shots down range.
Wow.
Takes care of Vivid. 2v3.
Vivid should not still be on top of the roof.
Atlanta FaZe with the advantage.
But Dallas have made a great rotation.
Catch Arsties once more. I'm going to be planted by Shotsy though. Here comes the play. You can see the mini map. Atlanta FaZe now making that slow and steady wrap through that right hand side. Arsties is going to be watching this.
Now look, okay, I like this. So obviously Dallas planted the A bomb for back spawn and for boxes, right? I mean, FaZe haven't had that information yet, but that's something you should always assume. It's pretty much the safest way to plant the bomb. Here, let me go back and show you guys.
Catch Arsties once more.
Right where Shotsy is the safest place where you can plant the bomb because you can lay down and then these hay bales will cover you from mid, and then he's behind this wall right here so he can't be shot from the defensive spawn side, and it's all the way stretched for back spawn and for boxes right here. So you should always plant in this spot. It's the safest spot and it's the most stretched plant to where you can see it from most sides.
going to be planted by Shotzi, though. Here comes the play. You can see the mini-map. Atlanta Faze now making that slow and steady wrap through.
And Dallas
Right-hand side.
get all the way to the back spawn. So now Krim is going to hold the front because he has an AR, and number 2 in Shotzi is going to hold Krim's flank because he has a sub.
Big gunfight about to happen now.
Shotzi gets information on Abizi.
Shots exchanged. Who comes out on top?
Abizi's somehow still alive, but Abizi's doing a good job of playing his life because now look at where Simp is. Simp is here to help Abizi with this player right here. If they can trade this guy out and Krim's the last one alive, they have a 2v1. They still have 30 seconds left, which is plenty of time.
Safe for the time being. Shotzi, beautiful movement. He's already upstairs. Oh, down we go, and these two are dicing with each other. Two of the finest movement players in the league.
So now Shotzi's going to have this 2-on-1, and Krim's going to have this 1v1 with Arstes, right? So either way, if FaZe wins either of their gunfights right here, they're pretty much set, unless Shotzi gets the 2-piece. But if Krim wins this gunfight, then he can either run away and play his life, or he can come and help a Shotzi and camera this doorway and start pre-firing at these two players. But in my opinion, I think Krim should get this kill. And then it's 22 seconds left, so these players in Simp and Abizi have to run all the way over here if Arstes does not get this kill on Krim 6, right? So these players really just need to go. Like, they are strapped for time. And then what you'll end up seeing doing is Shotzi making the right play.
And who's going to come out on top?
And Krim wins his gunfight, and Shotzi just runs away. He just runs away, which is a great play from him. Krim takes the gunfight. In my opinion, he should have ran out towards mid and wasted time because there's only 17 seconds left, right? But Krim's going to die. And now Shotzi makes an amazing play. He went top, he jumped out, and now he has just a little cross. Like, that is a nerd spot. That was great thinking right there. You know what I mean? That was absolutely great thinking out of Shotzi. I don't think that is such a weird situation for Shotzi to be in. That is 100% like just his mind. Like, it's not like the coaches went over like, guys, this is a great angle. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just a great heads up play from Shotzi. And then he gets one, and now all Shotzi has to do is wait another 2.5 seconds and he wins the round. He doesn't have to do that jump peek right there, but he gets the kill anyways. And it was Shotzi. Miles was just really... Miles was twisted, bro.
And even the play call, by the way, from the two players on Faze who just fly through and kill Krim 6 after that, it is perfectly done. They knew what the deal was. Fly through, and then you just got to run straight to bomb. But Shotzi also knew what the situation is. It already flown out of top market and just put himself in such a clean spot. That is improvisational gameplay.
I appreciate the kind words in chat, boys. Thank you.
Shotzi, the very...
Okay, so... Dallas like to switched it up, right? And they got a really, really aggressive into Courtyard and Brown.
From Shotzi, the very best.
So Shotzi, what he's doing is, if you hop up on this ledge, you can mantle up to the top Brown roof, and then you can go into Brown from the top window, go down the steps, and maybe catch someone in the side, which is a great little movement out of Shotzi. But one of the FaZe players were watching it. And now... Number 3 was watching the A-Cross. Krim gets a huge first blood, but Celium and Simp are right here looking at him. If Krim can get away right now with his life and just play his life, he can totally give up the A-bomb plant and run the fuck away. So, once again, like we talked about that A-bomb spot, where if Simp plants right here, he plants for the spawn, right? Krim can run away, hold the spawn push through, and then these 3 players here are so pushed up already to where they can all hit the back spawn and not have to worry about time. Krim unfortunately can't stay alive. Shotzi gets caught on the flank. Illy gets a huge pick from Courtyard. So now Dallas, we have man advantage. There's still 1:07 left in the round.
Shotzi now still trying to keep this run alive.
I mean, this is a great round from Dallas. Like, this all comes from Krim getting that first blood, right? In my opinion, because if Krim dies, right, then all of the FaZe players hitting A are gonna get into the A site, and they're gonna have their cover. And then Illy doesn't. It's possible Illy does not get that kill on Celium, who is right here in the middle of nowhere's land. You know what I mean? So Crim slowed down their push and got a kill out of it. I mean, it was really good from
All the way over
Crim.
towards A. They should be able to get that one down. Here comes the plant from Sim.
Now Plant's getting down in the same spot we were talking about. Look, you can see it from on top of this van right here.
Coverage
You can
for
see from
the Dallas
L-wall.
Empire across the
And now Simp is choosing to play pushed up, even in a 2v2. So he realizes, the reason he's deciding to play pushed up is he realizes that Illy got the kill on Celium from Courtyard, right? So Illy is probably not going to let Simp back up. So he is stuck here. Number 5 is trying to hold Simp's pinch, but he's going to have to worry about his own flank, as you see. He's looking at it. He's worried about it.
Heavy tags. He's not going to win that gun.
He gets him weak, and now immediately he back Shotzzy down. Shotzzy's 2-shot, so he goes back to pick up Simp's pinch.
Too strong right now.
Look at how split he is right now. Like he is either he's worried about his flank, he's worried about Simp's flank. Simp is stuck in a fucking desperation corner. You know what I mean?
That coverage all good. Dallas have got a lot of room to work.
And then look at this patience from Crim 6. Like, this is awesome. Crim realizes that Simp realizes that he is stuck. And typically what players would do is they would try to push out. While Simp hasn't tried pushing out back to his offense spawn, so maybe he's going to try and push out the defense spawn. But Crim is holding that. That is great patience from Crim. And now that number 2 and number 3 are so pushed up and ready to pinch, right? Crim starts to go.
He's gonna have 2 players try to go for this pinch, and
Illy loses his first gunfight on Simp. Simp turns around because he realizes that, you know, someone might be there. That's just like a standard reason to turn around. Like, that's just like COD intuition. You play enough S&D, you'll learn to turn around right there. And now he's in the gunfight with Crim. Crim wins the gunfight, or excuse me, Vivid wins the gunfight. I've been saying Crim this whole time. I just pulled a Miles, but like, it was Vivid staying right here holding the A push out. My bad. I was fucking that up. Anyways, and now look at how Shotzzy plays this, bro. Grand finals in the heat of the moment. You want to win so bad. And then look. Shotzzy just throws these shoulders, and he throws like a little bit of shots, and he gives Vivid time to hit the pinch. Like, that was great from Shotzzy. I mean, it's a 2v1, so, like, you might be like, oh, Burst, is it really that important? Like, yes, it is very important that Shotzzy did not just slide out when Vivid was too far away to get for a trade. Like, that was a great play from Shotzzy. Even though it was just, like, simple shoulders, and, like, he threw in the shots to, like, really make RCDs panic, you know what I mean? And then RCD realizes that Shotzi's just baiting, but Vivid's already here, and then Shotzzy also chows at the same time.
But it's played too well, too clean, in Shotzzy again. That is just incredibly high IQ Call of Duty. On top of the fact that he's got that ridiculous skill, but again, just playing off the time, playing with his food, and working the map. That is back-to-back rounds where Shotzzy, I mean, he's genuinely putting in the work Empire have been able to get. And again, Shotzzy may only be 3-3, but some round-winning plays he has already provided.
So talk about being
So once again, we see the same setup from Faze, right? Like, it is a really good setup, like, and it hasn't really not worked out yet, except for one time. Actually, I think they've won every defense.
Right, a difficult kill on the map and an opportunity.
So, something I want everybody to pay attention to right now is how Crim gets this wallbang kill on the RCDs. Look at through the wall where RCDs is right now, right? This is a great little wallbang spot. He's hiding behind the tractor, and then Crim's going to end up wallbanging him. Look at this angle. That's an angle everybody right now in the stream should memorize if you play Search and Destroy. Because now forever, you can pre-fire that, and you know the angle to where you might get a kill. And we'll see Crim 6's POV when it happens. Look, right there.
Back to Old Faithful.
RC's shots tagged into him. And then number 3 is in a really good nerd spot, which actually I have not picked up yet. I've watched this map back like 2 other times, and I haven't seen that Illy's actually used that spot. So that spot from Illy is, I can go into the game and I can show you guys later, but you can see over this little trash can, and you can see if someone hits the back alley flank, right? So Dallas are making a good mid-map adjustment. They have realized that Simp has overextended, or not Simp, that Abizi has overextended in this back alley every single time, right? Which they are setting up something for later. They're trying to condition the Dallas Empire into believing how Abizi plays it, right? Which we'll talk about in a lot in depth, I believe, in the next Faze defense. But now number 2 and number 3 are trying to get these team shots into Abizi because that's their opening pick. The rest of these 3 players play behind cover and behind head glitches, but Abizi is the only one that overextends. Even if it's just to peek around the back alley to see if they're hitting it or not, and then he runs away, that is their 2-second window to get a first blood. Unfortunately, they don't get it, but it was a good mid-map adjustment from number 2 and number 3 out of Dallas. And now, look, Dallas realized that FaZe have done this setup every single defense, so they waste no time. They get Brown control, and they're going to go for the B-bomb plant yet again. And now Krim is putting shots into Arcides. Look, this is the angle we need to see. You come to the corner of this box, you shoot through this hedges on the right side of this picket fence, and in the hedges, boom, that is a free wallbang kill. Everyone should memorize that right now. That is a great first pick.
Okay, beautiful read. Does take care of Arcides' first blood here. Oh, and another one goes down. It's Abizi.
And then Abizi loses the gunfight, and now it's a 2v4. And now Shotzzy kind of solo challenging a little bit, but actually no, not really. I mean, Shotzzy could have waited like 3 seconds, and then it would have been a lot easier of a trade for Dallas, because Simp could have 100% gotten that kill on Vivid, but fortunately, Krim gets the wallbangs. Now it's a 3v1. Celium's just all by himself.
Once again, Celium 1v3, 1v2. This should go quietly, and there we have it. Dallas, another beautiful
defensive.
Look, let's watch this again.
Delivers. 2 players fall in the exact same way.
See how he started shooting to the right of the picket fence and through the bush again? Like, he knows that angle. Everybody should memorize that angle. That's a free first blood.
Crimbot activated. Get that X-ray vision going. Click that superpower on, and well, 4 rounds in a row. Now for the Empire, you got Vivid on a 4 spree. Krim making plays through that bleeding. 0-2 on Standoff so far. It has not been FaZe's strongest map. And Celium, though, able to open the map, find that first blood. And once again, that A-bomb.
That's a great first blood from Celium. Where did that come through? I like phased out for a second. Okay, so Dallas took Brown and Courtyard control yet again. Because they realized that FaZe like hitting A. They are understanding FaZe's tendencies in this map. So Dallas decide to get in the Courtyard. Celium gets the kill onto Vivid. That's a huge first pick. So now we have man advantage, and defense aren't set up at A at all. We know for a fact that Dallas hit the Courtyard. Like, we definitely had to have seen them cross right there. There's just no way FaZe didn't.
Find that first blood. And once again, that A-bomb side
now we know another player is in Courtyard. And now Shotzzy is making such a great play. Such a great play from Shotzzy. And then, so you might be like, well, that was an overzealous chow from Illy. Why the fuck did he do that? That was stupid. So, in my opinion, that was a great chow from Illy. Like, he probably was not winning that gunfight, just to be real with you. Because it's such an angle, it's such a weird angle to center on for Illy when RC's up top here. But he kept Shotzzy alive, and I'm pretty sure Shotzzy is working towards streaks.
Illy throws his life away just to keep Shotzzy alive, and I'll tell you, that is an exchange that I think Dallas Empire should absolutely take.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's a great exchange for Dallas. I mean, that is literally best case scenario after getting blooded. Shotzzy made a fearless play, and it ended up working out.
Shotzzy, though, once again, going to find number 3 of the round. And I realize I screamed the wrong name. Krim's doing.
Okay, so Krim got Simp one shot. In my opinion, Shotzzy should turn around right here, and he should hit this kid out. That is your next opening pick. But unfortunately, Shotzzy doesn't go, and now Krim is just in a 1v2. Shotzzy doesn't have his help. Just really unfortunate shit. In my opinion, Shotzzy should have gone for that kill, but maybe they didn't know where number 5 was. Like I don't have their comms, I can't tell. But if I had their comms, then I could tell if it was a miscommunication or just not the right play, or you know what I mean.
Why help out Krim in this situation? Simp's gonna get it. Needs to move forward once again.
Like, the only reason Krim was so pushed up right there in such a weird angle in mid-street is because Shotzzy was in Brown and he could have came back to help Krim. But he didn't.
1v2.
And then you end up losing this round because of it.
Man just melts him.
play call. Yeah, in this.
A bit spicy.
Dude, this was a great hit from Shotzi.
Dude,
That was
such
such
an
a
aggressive
great
call.
play.
Yeah, in the smallest openings in the world that Shotzi's able to find to go on these flanks, but RC's clutched up, man. The big old tank. Towards the end of that round, they got the bounce back round that they needed. Shout out to Celium getting that first blood as well, just to open things up. In Faze, this is the first time they've shown a different defensive look.
Okay. Excuse me. So, this is 100% a Tupac play call. Or, well, I don't know, because there's so many great S&D minds on the side of Atlanta Faze, right? But this is such, like, just, like... This is playing with the psychology of the Dallas Empire, right? So every single time Abizi has came to this back alley and he's peeked out and then he's ran away. So Faze has conditioned Dallas to understand how Abizi plays that, right? Like, he peeks this alley, he gets seen, and then he runs away. But this time he brings a teammate with him, right? And then Abizi goes through, but number 7 doesn't peek. So number 2 definitely sees Abizi cross into the gas station, right? And so now we have Abizi soloed out in this gas station. So what Dallas could do is Dallas could go and they could try and get this pinch onto Abizi, but number 7 is holding it in the off angle where he does not get seen. This is a great play from Faze. Even though Dallas don't end up taking the bait, it is a fantastic play from Faze. From Faze.
Time, though, he's trying to take Simp with him.
Like, look, Simp has not peeked at all here. He hasn't peeked, so Dallas don't know. And look, because Abizi crosses into the gas station, every single player from Dallas turns, and they're trying to decide right now, okay, do we go for this or do we not? But Faze, if Abizi stays in the gas station for a little bit longer, I guarantee you, Faze come out on top with 3 kills to Dallas's 2 in that situation over at the gas station, just because of how caught off guard they would have been by Simp being there.
To deal with the flank, so
that was such a great... Abizi conditioned Dallas, every single defense, to know what Abizi does. He peeks it and then he backs up. And then he peeks it and he pushes forward. This time... And now Dallas looked like they were going to take the bait. It's just that Faze didn't stay there long enough. Such a great play. When you start playing... So when you play Search and Destroy at this high of a level, like... This might sound really corny to you guys, but like the pros at this point, like their brains are running on 100% because it is grand finals. They really need... Each team needs these Search and Destroys. Like, they're just running on overdrive, right? So, at this point, like, FaZe and Dallas are playing chess. They aren't playing checkers, you know what I mean? Like, they are looking 5 steps ahead.
They're ready for the fights. As Krim still looking...
That's a great first blood from Krim. Playing that tractor is really hard. It's unfortunate. I mean, the RCDs... has played it so well this entire time to not get picked from there. I mean, the only way he's died before this round on the tracker is when he got blindly wallbanged.
He finds it.
He's good old faithful.
It's just unfortunate that RC's got picked right there.
Prioritization right now. Dallas, oh my god, looking to find those kills.
Abizi found the opening.
He's through, but Illy's still on the...
And Abizi finally hits the repinch. I don't know if Illy saw him. No, he didn't, because look at where number 1 Vivid is looking right now. So Abizi is on this pinch. This is so huge. This could be so big, but he gets horrible timing on the 2 players going back alley. Oh, shit. Okay. So, let's go in a little bit of a slower motion right here, okay? So, look at where everyone is on the map. Memorize where everyone is on the map. Number 8 is out of play, okay? Number 1, kind of out of play. So, Abizi gets this kill onto Crim 6. Right here. Right here. Oh, I was looking for the skull on the minimap and it didn't pop up yet. But Abizi gets that kill, right? Now, number 2 is by himself. Number 3 looking to get this trade. But Abizi is ready for this trade. So now Abizi gets this kill. And what do I say all the time when we go over S&D like this? Engagements make players move. So, like, for example, Vivid was running forward. He was probably going to play the back alley, but now that Abizi got a kill, he turns around. Now that Abizi got a kill, Illy turns around, right? It just makes players move on the map. And now that Abizi has gotten a 2-piece, number 7 overextends and finds the kill onto number 2. Right? And now number 1 is left all by himself.
Cut down another, and just like that, Vivid in a 1v3, he's got his work cut out for him. But my, the hip fire. This could be that little bit more interesting as Vivid. Big shots. Simp's gonna now make the
That was great centering from Vivid.
He shouldn't let anything crazy happen, and that is that.
And he just gets shot in the side.
Try again. They let Abizi get through, and that's why you have.
Oh no, Selim got left hand. Oh no, he didn't. Okay. I thought Selim got left hanging. Dude, that timing was so fortunate for Abizi, and such a good 2-piece to recenter onto Illy right here and just expect it.
Like playing against, like, I don't even know, like a river or something like that, like a force of nature. He is constantly applying that pressure, always trying to find that opportunity on the flank, and he's been trying for how many rounds? Like 5 rounds when they've been on defense, looking for the opening, and they let it open for maybe 5 seconds total. And that is exactly where Abizi finds that pressure. That is unbelievable timing he is able to create through the middle of the map.
Great first blood. Fantastic first blood. Such a great first blood. Sorry, I was breathing in and out because that nicotine hit different for a second. But now we just have our standard setup. Look, Faze have been doing this setup the entire time on offense, and now Dallas are doing it. It's great. I mean, number 3 is playing the flank a little bit differently. But actually, one could argue that it's better because he's closer to help Crim6.
Faze might be 1 round away from a win, but they are down a man as well. And obviously, it is not looking like it's a lot of fun to try to work towards Abizi. I mean, he's looking for anything he can.
So if we're... Okay, so listen. When you're Faze in this situation, right? You get first blood in the first 15 seconds of the round, crossing the statue. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You got picked, right? If you are Faze, your best opportunity to get a re-entry pick is by one of these players at A. Or looking for someone flanking. But it's good that Dallas is not flanking. Everyone's just holding their setup. They have man advantage. There is no reason for them to need to hit a flank right now. There's no desperation needed in a play. So FaZe need to look for these number 1 and 2 players overextending. And look where RC's is. RC's is looking for a pick mid-map. Crim6, a great little spot. Looking in top and bottom brown. RC's hops up, and now look, we're all moving, we're all starting to look towards A. That's a great kill from RC's. Where did he get that kill? He got the kill, Top Grandma's. Abizi has 1 shot, still has a decent amount of health. He catches him, goes for the kill, or the 2-piece. Wow. And now look, a 3v4 for Dallas turns into a 2v1 for FaZe. They played that great.
This could be it. Illy's got to go big. Not a lot of utility to work with. It's going to be a good old-fashioned gunfight, and Arcites gets 2 shots in before even hitting the ground. 25 seconds left on the clock. Illy, though, has he made the play here?
Oh, I remember watching that. So, okay, so I have to watch these, like, when the stream is live, I shouldn't make analyst breakdowns, because then my emotions are in the way. It's like, oh my god, just fucking do this, because we can see the map, and we see where everyone is, and then we see opportunities that the players don't, because, you know, they don't have red boxes, they don't see where people are, right? But I don't know if this is a biased play for me, because I can see where Simp and RCs are looking on the map, and Illy can't. But in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, once again, I don't know if this is like bias of seeing where everyone is or not. But when Illy doesn't see people, doesn't see RCs re-peeking him, I mean, I've just played so much S&D, and I've watched so much theater back to where I've realized, like, of course RCs is looking at the mid re-wrap, because he had Illy 1 shot and Illy back down. So if Illy just runs up to this hay bale, he might catch Simp off the bomb, and then he can try and finesse the kill on the RCs. Like, I don't know if that's totally biased, because obviously I can see right now that RC's gun is pointed at mid-map, right? So Illy has this opportunity. Like, Illy doesn't know that. He can't know that. You know what I mean? That is something you just cannot know. But it's something I would have liked to seen him do. Because I think if the way that Simp is planning, he's planning a little bit more to the left than what most people do. So I think Illy could have gotten right here where my mouse is, like right next to this hay bale, and killed him off bomb. And like, look how much Illy is overextending right now anyways. Like, you could easily slide right now and get to the bomb carrier. But then again, they don't have boxes. How could he know?
Nothing there and got the bomb
So it
down.
goes both ways.
Illy has to go huge here, chance. This is the force to round 11. And the timing is absurd.
Oh, unfortunate
He has all
angles.
Faze on the defense left.
And Illy is playing this smart. He's looking to see if any of the Faze players push out either side. He realizes they don't. So if Illy now knows that both players are playing in the bomb site.
Down, you name it. It's a cheat code right now. Will he be able to deliver the goods though? There's the first shots.
Weak.
Doesn't catch the player on transition.
Doesn't kill him
Simp
crossing.
slides through, finds one. Illy still good
Gets
to
one.
go.
He knows where Simp is, but he is one
This is
shot.
now gonna make it a real fight. It's a good old-fashioned 1v1.
He's trying to finesse, just
Through
couldn't
the
finesse.
tractor. It's honest work, but someone's got to do it. And he